Start now.
Dhananjay, are you there? Connected with us?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I am here.
Okay, we'll be starting. One. Okay. So, a very good morning to one and all connected with us from all across the country. I am Akshay Singh Ranawat and I welcome you all on behalf of CCS National Institute of Agricultural Marketing, Jaipur, to the webinar series of Kisan Mitra on agricultural technology for marketing, organized by CCS National Institute of Agricultural Marketing in collaboration with Office of Principal Scientific Advisor, Government of India. CCS Niam Jaipur is an autonomous organization established under the aegis of Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare Government of India to cater to various agricultural marketing related aspects and needs such as training, research, consultancy, education, specifically in the field of agricultural marketing. CCS Niam is also recognized globally as a center of excellence, especially in the Southeast Asia. Kisan Mitra, or as we call it, Friends of Farmer, is an initiative by Principal Scientific Advisor's Office in partnership with NIAM. The objective of this initiative is to bring technologies to farmers who have, or throughout this COVID period, have turned migrant or maybe reversed to their rural aspects because the impact, COVID impact, has hit them. So, under this initiative, more than 1,000 technologies have been identified, and such technologies have been supported by ICR Institute, NABARD, Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Rural Development, ISRO, or maybe Gates and Melinda Foundation. On the supply side of the technologies, we have innovators, entrepreneurs, academic researchers, and research institutions talking about their technology. Considering the demand side, we have webinar participants ranging typically from agribusiness enthusiasts, government functionaries, agribusiness companies, and maybe other agribusiness stakeholders who are keen on knowing about these agri technologies. So, without further ado, moving towards today's webinar, we'll be discussing on the subject of advanced technology in care and management of broiler chicks. And for that, we have a field expert who is an expert in animal husbandry, Dr. Dhananjay Suresh Gaikwad. He's an assistant professor in the School of Agriculture, Lovely Professional University, Jalandhar, Punjab. Dhananjay, I welcome you on behalf of CCS Niam. Over to you. You can share your screen now. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So tell me, presentation is visible on your platform right now?
Yes, Dhananjay, it is. Just make it full screen and then you can proceed.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Perfect. It's
Okay.
all clear.
Okay, sir. Okay. So firstly, good morning to all. Myself, Dr. Dhananjay Suresh Gaikwad, Assistant Professor in the School of Agriculture, Lovely Professional University. So today here I am present. The topic: advanced technology in the care and management of the broiler chicks. Now in the India, okay, I'm talking about not but throughout the world, everyone facing the issues, right? The COVID-19 and the pandemic situation is there. So in this situation, definitely we are supportive. We boost to our indigenous farmer, Indian farmer. Why? Because of that, there the yield will be the collapse due to the hazardous climatic condition, climatic change. Okay, farmers are facing the different issues. So our the scientific role, okay, the technical role towards the farmer is support to the farmer for their different activities going into the farm, right? So that's why you're focusing on that topic, that is the advanced technology in care and management of the broiler chicks. Directly, we go to the next slide, and today's presentation contain introduction, brooding management and the different types of brooding, brooder release, systems of the brooding, different housing management provided to the broiler chicks, feed technology, feed manipulation, experiments and attitudes and its management, challenges during brooding, and last, that is the conclusion of the topic. So, what is the status of the sector in India, and what are the introduction of the management of the broilers? First of all, here I would like to share information related to that broilers and layers. So broilers means what? Broilers means meat type bird. Okay, the farmers rear the birds for only the meat type. So such birds rear from 1 day to the 42 days, and then after they are marketable. So such birds are known as broilers, right? Next is the layers. Layers for the eggs purpose. When they comes under the puberty and the maturity, they can start their laying eggs after the 18 to 20 weeks of their life. Up to the 72 weeks, they lay the economical egg. Such types of the birds we called as the layers. And nowadays, okay, the India is world largest producer of eggs and broiler meat. We rank third into the egg production and fifth into the broiler meat into the world. So India produced egg around 95.2 billion during 2017 and 18. And the per capita availability of the eggs is around 74 eggs per annum per person into the India, right? So why we are focusing on this point? Because in agriculture, different the enterprise are there. So farmer they can produce the different pulses, cereals, vegetables, fruits craft into their field. Okay, we are the farmers also. They are the dairy cows. They produce the milk. But why we are focusing on this sector? Because this sector tremendous increase okay into the all enterprise into the agriculture. The growth rate of layer market is 6 to 7 per annum, and broiler market it is about 8 to 10% per annum. So huge economic growth rate was observed in the poultry sector. The farmers and entrepreneurs, okay, those are the person are interested to start up in this business. So this is very best enterprise right now. Okay, so we everyone are seeing the farmers are facing the lot of situation, scarcity of the land, scarcity of the water, climatic change. Okay, so what will be happen? The yield will be the decline and economical loss of the farmer, as well as attacks, disease attack, huge rainfall. So again, yield will be collapse and economical imbalance of the farmer. So that's why, what is our the scientific role? Our the scientific role is that support to the farmer. Okay, we are not supporting economical, but definitely we are supporting the best knowledge, scientific knowledge towards the farmer for sustaining in their life. So the mixed farming or integrated farming system. So this is a one way to if okay if the one enterprise is collapsed to the support to the another enterprise economically, right? So the farmers they are cultivating the rice as well as the different vegetables or the fruit crop into the field, along with if they rear the poultry birds into the farm. So definitely they get the more income. Okay, so this type of the farming is known as mixed farming, crop plus livestock, right? Or another we talk about integrated farming system, more than one component into the field. So we talk in our the country, nearly about approximate 75% of egg production is contributed in commercial farms, and remaining comes from to the backyard poultry. So in India, women are play important role in rural areas for the rearing of the poultry birds, and they play very important role in the agriculture economy today, right? Because here in India, commercial poultry farms are there, as well as those person are the labor or the landless. We are particularly talking of landless labor. Okay, they are not having land, so how we can they rear their animals or they can produce their products? So near to their house, in the near to the small area, the women in India they are rearing the poultry birds, and they get the more income and sustain their family. So the total poultry in the country, the population of poultry is right now is 851.81 million in 2019. This is the data related to the 20th livestock census by the Department of Animal Husbandry and Rearing. So this population is increased in comparison with the previous livestock census, nearly about 16.8%. So this is higher growth again observed in relation to the population. Okay, so nearly we talk about into our the states in India, states securing the highest poultry population. So accordingly, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, and Telangana, these are the leading states in India in the poultry population. Okay, but here we talk about in I think this the explanation is more important towards the farmers. But poultry including not only the chickens, Okay, poultry including the different species. Poultry means group of all the domesticated birds, rare for the economical benefits of the farmer, right? But poultry including the chickens, duck, quail, emu, ostrich, turkey, guinea fowl. So these are the species of the birds. There comes into the poultry. Okay, and ornithology means study of the birds. But poultry means that group of all the domesticated birds rearing for economical benefits of the farmer. So the poultry birds, they are products like the egg and meat. So these are the important products. So this is for the introduction of the today's topic. So here we can talk, the focusing on is the main point, that is management, because we know about that the birds, they are live in nature and we are providing the best management to the birds. So definitely they give good benefit to the farmer. So what is our role? What is our role for the rearing of birds? To provide a best scientific management practices for increasing their growth of the birds, to minimize the cost of production and to get more money, and as well as the providing a quality product to the consumers. So this is very important point right now, because as per the USDA, so different the criteria for production of the meat, okay, their bacterial count, health of the birds, vaccination. So one by one here we are focusing on each and every point in the today's presentation. First, here we talk about what is meant by the brooding, right? So this is the one type or one part of the management towards the birds. So the brooding means a care and management of the young chickens during early part of their life is called as the brooding. But another way we talk into the simple language, okay, we providing heat to the chicks for regulating their body temperature, okay, and prevent the cold shock, right? Why? Because of that, the after hatching, the chicks, they comes directly from the egg cell. They are not regulated its body temperature to the environmental temperature. So that's why necessary to we provide the heat to the chicks, right? But there are the two methods, natural methods and artificial methods, right? Natural brooding means a broody hen, its mother, they circulate the temperature to the baby chicks. This process is not a natural brooding. But there is one limitation. Only few chicks, one broody hen, they can brood. It is done with the help of broody hens after hatching up to 3 to 4 weeks of age. But we talk about artificial brooding. So this is very important right now, because we are rearing the number of chicks. So if the number of broody hen is not available, so definitely we are focusing on, or we are using the artificial brooding method. So it is a method of providing a artificial heat to the baby chicks for prevention of the cold shock, as well as protection from the environmental condition and regulating their body temperature. Because you see the chicks, the feathers is not developed in the first few weeks. For maintaining and regulating the body temperature is necessary to provide the heat among the chicks. So artificial brooding is the best method for supplementing and providing a heat among the chicks. So what about the temperature requirement? How the heat we maintain? It is about 35 degrees Celsius temperature, that is 95 degree Fahrenheit, is necessary among the chicks in first few weeks. So this practice is known as brooding. So this is the best information, because if we are missing the brooding, so mortality is happen. So in relation to farmer, what is our role? Our role is that we describe this technology, how to brood the chicks, because naturally the broody hen, they can brood his chicks. There is no any the human manual we can do anything operations there. But in the artificial brooding, we provide a look like a natural brooding, so minimize the mortality and increase the growth of the bird. So different elements we are using for supplementation of heat among the chicks, that is heating source, reflector, and brooder guard. By using the three elements, we are supplementing the heat among the chicks. Right now I'm sharing photographs on this online platform. So first is the electrical bulb, heating source we are provided among the chicks. Next one is the reflector, and third one is the brooder guard. Heating source, the electrical bulb, in the market 60 watt, 100 watt, 200 watt electrical bulbs are available. One bird required 1 to 2 watt of the heat or the energy. So we can calculate how many numbers of chicks and how many numbers of watt we required. So accordingly, you can plan the number of heating source into the brooder house, right? Next one is the photograph is the reflector. What is the rule and what is the use of reflector here? To maintain the heat source into their canopy area. Otherwise, what will happen? The heat is reflect on upside, and we are not maintaining the 35 degrees Celsius temperature. So this is the best way. By using the reflector, we maintain the heat source into a particular canopy area. And in the third photograph, the brooder guard, to restrict the movement of chick, to restrict the movement of the chicks into the particular the heating source. Otherwise, what will happen? The chicks move here and there, okay, and due to the cold shock, the mortality will happen, and the proper growth is not happen to the malpractices. So that's why the brooder guard is necessary for the prevention of, okay, to controlling of their the movement is called as the brooder guard, reflector, and heating source. These are the three elements utilized for the proper brooding practices, providing a proper heat among the chicks. Next, in this slide, we are focusing on that point, that is the system of the brooding. What type of the system we recommended to the farmer? So here, hot room brooding and cold room brooding, these are the two major ones. But mostly here we are focusing on our Indian climatic condition, which is the best for the farmer. Okay, cold room brooding is best system towards the farmer. But first here we talk about what is my hot room brooding. So this type of housing system is commonly followed into the developed country, European countries, where the houses are very extensive. All the environmental conditions are controlled by mechanically. Okay, so the manually as well as the mechanically, the controlling the throughout the system by central device of the heat controlling. So the in hot room brooding, throughout the room is heated. So you can check the temperature in each and corner. It is 35 degrees Celsius temperature, that is 95 degree Fahrenheit temperature is maintained. And this temperature is required first week of the broiler chicks for maintaining and regulating the temperature. This is the brooding, right? So here, then after the next weeks, each week we can minimize the 3 degrees Celsius temperature. And in the last week, that is the 6th week, the marketable age of the birds, the room temperature and the brooding temperature is equal. It is about 21 to 23 degrees Celsius. Next, we talk about what is by cold room brooding. So cold room brooding in Indian farm, they are using this system widely. So first we talk about floor brooding. So in the photograph you see this, the chicks are there brood onto the floor by using the brooder guard, heating source. Okay, so in this type of the brooding system, the temperature is maintained only into the canopy area. So we are restrict the movement of chicks by using the brooder guard there. Okay, and we can restrict the movement also the chicks to go outside. Okay, what will happen? The outside temperature is not maintained and the mortality of the chicks will be the happen. So minimizing this as well as to provide a proper growth, the floor brooding is a very important in case of the broiler chicks. We talk about next one is the battery type of brooding. So in case of the chicks, we develop next growers, and then after the production of egg type of the chicks, the battery brooding is the best. And third is the infrared brooding. So infrared brooding, again, in comparison with the both, this is the best brooding system because there are several advantages: germicidal effect, accumulation of vitamin D into the muscular tissues, okay, and healthy growth was observed in infrared type of the brooding system. So this is the general information related to the brooding for the farmers, for getting the idea what is meant by brooding and what are the different advantages of the brooding into the early life of the chicks. If we miss the brooding, so definitely we see among the birds the improper growth. The growth is not proper. Okay, because of that, the role of the heating in initial phase, the proper their growth and development among the chicks. That's why the brooding is important management practices toward the chicks in their initial life period after the hatching. So what are the different sources here are used? What is the use of different sources? Why I'm talking this point again here? because if the power supply is cut, so how we can circulate the heat? You're getting my point. So power supply is off, or in some areas there is no electricity. So the farmer there, you use which technology for the supplementation of heat? So different sources are there: charcoal store, the kerosene store. Okay, where the electricity is not available, ordinarily the charcoal and kerosene stores are used to provide a supplementary heat to the chicks. These stores are covered with plate, pan, and discriminate the heat among the chicks. But only important things is that in case of these other sources, continuously check the temperature in the room. If the temperature is less, so definitely the effect on the chicks. If the temperature is again high, so definitely again the growth of the chicks. So that's why the proper maintenance of the temperature is a necessary point by using the different sources. Gas brooder, natural gas, liquid petroleum gas, or the methane is connected with the heating element, is hanged or tied 3 to 5 feet above the chicks or above the ground or the surface to provide the heat. Another source is electrical bird. So this brooder is widely used throughout the world. So this is the best for discriminate the heat among the newly born or hatched chicks. Then last is the infrared birds. So this is again best towards the germicidal effect and providing vitamin D in muscular tissues. Right now into the market, 150 to 250 chicks, okay, the brood by using the 250 watts IR, that is infrared birds. So wide variety of the infrared birds are available, but you can plan accordingly how many numbers of chicks and how, okay, the temperature you maintain into our the brooding house. So this is the important point towards the brooding system. Right now we are focusing on that point related to the housing management. So brooding is completed. So what type of the housing is required before the arrival of the chicks into the poultry farm? What is the necessary of the arrangement is required? So this is very important. If you are providing malpractices, the mortality among the chicks will be observed or increased again. Nearly about 4% acceptable mortality. If more than 4%, so definitely the mismanagement practices is provided by the farmer. Any malpractices there. So that's why proper management practices is the best key to gain more money to produce a healthy products. So location of brooder house. In this point, we discuss that is the construction of the poultry house or the brooder house is away from 100 meter to other houses. As well as we construct this house is away from any noise producing industry or the factories, because the continuous noise producing is comes stress among the our chicks or the birds in the upcoming their early stage of life. Next point, the preparation of the brooder house to receive the chicks. Before arrival of the chicks, some working practice is the important. Cleaning and sanitation of the house. By using the different disinfectants and chemicals, we can clean and sanitize the house. Why? Because previous batch residues is there, and these residues are chance to infect our the upcoming chicks or the new chicks. So that's why disinfection of floor, disinfection of house, cleaning and sanitation of their feeder as well as drinker we are provided to the chicks as a source of the fresh water and good feed to the chicks. So that's why this is very important practice. Before arrival of the chicks, we can clean and sanitize the poultry house. Then after, use the sawdust or the rice husk spreading on the floor as a source of bedding material to our the chicks. If the water drop is there or water logging condition, okay, because we are providing the drinker to the chicks. So in the moisturous condition, increase the microbial growth. For minimizing that, to prevention of the microbial growth, we are providing the bedding material. Sawdust or rice husk are commonly used in India for providing the bedding material to our the chicks for into the brooding house. As well as here we talk about that point, that is spreading of the newspaper, okay, on the floor into 3 layers. For first 3 days, we are providing a newspaper layer on the sawdust or the bedding material. Why? Because in initial days, the birds, they are not identifying the difference between their feed and the sawdust. So that's why we are providing into the 3 layer. Every layer remove, okay, per day. In 3 days we remove 3 layers, and after third day we are not providing the newspaper layer to the chicks. After the arrival of the chicks, we are providing feed onto the newspaper, and we are provide, the important point is that the fresh and cold water to our the chicks, and the glucose water to the chicks for minimizing the stress, because into the traveling the stress comes into the bird. To minimize the stress as well as to minimize the mortality, so this is the very important point, that is providing a glucose water to provide the energy to our the chicks. So right now I am here discussing the conditions of the proper breeding. So towards the farmer, here we talk about that farmer, they are not using the thermometer and the temperature measurement instrument into the field regularly for checking the temperature among the brooder house. So this is the condition, the best way. Definitely the farmer understood the which house is the best, and in the farm the temperature is maintained or not. Okay, we already discussion held on that point, that is the 35 degrees Celsius temperature is necessary for the first week among the birds for the maintaining and regulating their body temperature, that is 95 degree Fahrenheit. So here the 4 conditions are there. Okay, in the first, so each and every circle means each and every brooder house. So you see in the first brooder house, the temperature provided of the heating source is very less. So that's why the chicks, they come close to the heating source for getting more heat. Okay, so understand, is it too cold means the first brooder house, the farmer is not maintain, okay, or the caretaker is not maintain the temperature, right? So that's why they come close, the chicks. In the second stage, that is too hot, because the heating source is spreading the more heat, that's why the chicks, they go outside. In third stage, that is drafty, the brooder house is not maintaining properly, the chicks, they go outside in each, okay, one corner. So again, the scene, this is not proper maintaining the temperature among the brooder house. And last is the just right, you can see the equal spreading of the chicks into the brooder house, so proper maintaining of the temperature into the last house. So this is the best method, okay, for understanding at the farm level or at the field level without utilizing the thermometer or the temperature measurement instrument to identify the temperature is correct or wrong. So this way, if the chicks are discriminating on this platform equally, so we just identify this is the best way, this is the best way or best the brooder house, and they're supplying a constant required temperature among to the chicks. This is about the temperature requirement. Next one is the ventilation. So ventilation is play important role for the growth and development of the chicks. Improper ventilation affect the health of the birds. Improper ventilation increase the mortality, right? So we talk about related to the space. So 1 square feet is area is sufficient throughout their the life, nearly about from first day to 42 days, because in initial stage they required less space, okay, and the last week they required more space. So that's why 1 square face we can calculate throughout the is sufficient for the bird chicks. As per the area available, you can calculate how much, okay, how many the chicks is accommodated in our the house, so you can plan and we can purchase the number of chicks. Next point is the management. After the getting the knowledge regarding to brooding management, other managements are there, okay, because light management, if the light or the power supply is cut, how to manage the farm, or how many times we provided to the light in a particular 24 hours time. What is about the vaccination, what is mean by the debaking among the chicks, and what is about the doubling, okay, what is about, sorry, the dubbing. This is the operation carried out among the chicks in initial stage of their life. Light during the growing period, in 24 hours, 1 hour is darkness, there is no effect on the growth of the bird, but it is mandatory to required 23 hours of the photo period during their brooding phase. Why? If you are providing the less light apart from the 23 hours, definitely the effect on the body weight gain. So birds are there not gain in more weight, because in the night or in dark period they are not identify their feed, and if the feed intake is less, the affect on their body weight. So we are not, if we are not maintaining the light, we are not providing a scientific management practices towards the chicks. So this is very important point for the maintaining the light during growing period of the birds. Allows light, maximum light allows the maximum growth. The birds, they intake more feed, ultimately they feed, they convert it into the body mass or the body weight. Next year we talk about, that is point, disease management. You know, if we are not providing the vaccination to the chicks, so huge mortality and morbidity we seen. So for maintaining the liability, minimizing the morbidity and mortality, vaccination is very important key tool for protection of our chicks. So important diseases: Newcastle disease, Newcastle, that is Ranikhet disease, Marax and Gumboro, that is IBD, infectious bursal disease. We are giving to the vaccination to the chicks. Marax disease vaccine given into the hatchery. So farmer not necessary to give this vaccine at the farm, but definitely on the day of 5 to 6 day of life of the chicks, we are providing F1 strain vaccine. Okay, Ranikhet vaccine, Newcastle vaccine among the chicks. Okay, otherwise if you are not giving this vaccine and the disease is caused to the chicks, 90% mortality is seen among the chicks. So that's why the vaccination is very important. Otherwise here we discuss that point, if we are not providing vaccination, is a huge economical loss of the farmer, is a two-way loss, because the chicks are mortality as well as they are not giving the profit, and the cost of chick is very high. Marax disease vaccine is already given into the hatchery, and Gumboro, that is IBD vaccine, given on the 13 to 14 days of their life of the chicks. Debaking, this again comes under the management of the chicks. Trimming of upper part of beak, okay, or the removing of 1/3 part of beak. Prevention of picking and injury to the cannibalism, and improve the feed efficiency. Meaning that the sharp beak is picked to the feather of other poultry birds when the nutritional deficiency in their diet. So what is mean by the cannibalism? Cannibalism is the eating of other body parts of the poultry birds. So blood comes out and mortalities happen. So debeaking is very important practice into the chicks to trim their beak or to remove upper 1/3 part of the beak. And dubbing means removing the cough in the day old chicks. Next point is the feeding management practices. Ration, a total feed provided to the animal during the period of 24 hours, is known as the ration. So we are providing the feed starter, starter and finisher. Pre-starter contain 24% of protein. Starter food or starter feed contain the 22% of the protein, and finisher feed contain the 20% of protein. So protein is minimized into the different feeds, and these three feeds giving only to our chicks in 42 days of their life. Okay, that is a 6 weeks. So first 10 days we are giving pre-starter, next 11 to 25 day we are giving the starter, and the 26th day to till market up to 40 day we are giving the finisher. But what is the new technology here I recommend to the farmer? This is that the rearing of the birds, three important cost. First cost is the feed cost, second cost is the labor cost, and third cost is the medicine cost. So we are using the best advanced technology, that is feed supplementation, feed adulteration, feed manipulation into the normal feed. So what will happen? So feed intake of the bird is reduced and their body gain weight will be the increase. So I did my research, master research on that topic, that is the supplementation of shatavari and amla powder among the added into the broilers ration, and the performance of the broilers was improved. And definitely this is the economical profitable as comparing with the normal feed. We are giving the normal feed, but if you are adding different supplements, feed supplements, like different herbal feed supplements, probiotic, prebiotic, okay, but antibiotics totally banned in India. Okay, antibiotics were not used into the poultry feed, because the in replacement of antibiotics we are used the phytoadditives or the herbal feed supplement, okay, for increasing their performance. So you see in the initial it is the 46 in every, the treatment is similar, right? But the performance in comparison with the, we see the body weight gain is increased among into the treated group. And I'm right now sharing the live photographs of the birds here on this online platform. You see, this is the first one is a control. It is 2 kg on an average body weight, and supplementation of 1% shatavari powder among the poultry ration or the nutrition, definitely they increase their body weight gain. It is about, okay, 2 kg and 400 grams on an average. I'm talking about on an average their body weight gain. So definitely the farmers, they are use the feed manipulation or different feed technologies. I'm not talking about only the herbal feed supplement, but different feed supplement, feed additives are there. Definitely their good health or good effect on the performance of the birds. So in the last, we are talking about challenges into the poultry farming. What are the challenges we are facing? High cost of the day old chicks, right? High cost of poultry equipments, lack of finance for commercial poultry management practices, lack of financial support, okay, high shortage of labor and high rate of labor, high rate of vaccine and medicine. So definitely we are minimizing the three-way cost minimization, that is the feed cost, labor cost, and the medicine cost. How we can minimize this cost? First one is that we are use the feed manipulation or feed supplementation. Definitely the feed cost will be the minimized, okay, as well as the labor requirement is less because we use the different mechanization, and the growth is naturally is happen by using the different feed supplement. So again, this is helpful to the farmer. And third point is that related to the medicine or the vaccine, okay, the health by using the different feed supplement is good. So definitely the immunomodulatory effect we seen among the chicks, and definitely the protect over the chicks. So this is about the three-way the management practices. If you are minimize these three cost among the rearing of the birds, definitely the farmers they gain in more money and reduce the cost of production. At the end, I am conclude this topic. So broiler meat is a good source of essential nutrients into the human diet. Effective management practices like the good biosecurity management practices, brooding, feeding, housing, and health management practices, the cost of production as well as the mortality among the broilers, okay, reduced, and give the better yield to the farmers by manipulation of the feed or supplementation of the different feed supplements among the broiler chicks, improve the performance of the broiler as well as economical benefit to the farmers by, okay, using the 1% level of inclusion of the herbs, that is shatavari, amla, cinnamon or gingers, okay. But as per the research, here I am indicate that 1% of the shatavari powder is best for the increasing the overall performance and economical benefit to the farmer in comparison with the half of their level. 1% means 1 gram per kg of the feed. So thank you to all of you for listening this topic. So right now this topic is open for your questions. So in your mind, you are having any questions, so definitely you can ask here.
Thank you, Dhananjay, for the presentation. I think our participants, now I would request any of the participants, if you have any question or a query, if you really have some suggestions or any additions to what Dhananjay explained in a very comprehensive manner, I think you can drop in. You are connected with him, he's directly connected with us. You can drop in the question or query in the chat box also. So, that way also I can cater your
Yes, sir,
question.
definitely. Yes, sir, yes, sir. You are having any question related to this topic, so I request you can reply into the chat box as well as unmute your voice and directly connect with me.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Dhananjay. Very good presentation concerned with this poultry. One question regarding from my side is, where we'll get this, what you can say, broiler chicks? Any organization or any institution from where we can buy or purchase these chicks? And talking with the way of farmers, where they will get some technical training in
Yes,
order to work out this care and management part.
yes. So definitely this question is related to the farmers. Okay. So farmers are interested to purchase these chicks. Okay. So you go to the different hatcheries is located near to your village, as well as the Krishi Vigyan Kendra. Okay, as well as here we talk about the different state agriculture universities also, if there are hatcheries, so definitely they provide the chicks. But different the hatcheries, we'll talk about Venkateshwara hatcheries located at the Pune. Okay, the different types of the hatcheries again into the local areas, so they provide the chicks to the farmers, right? As well as here we talk about related to the training, so different state agriculture universities, ICR Institute, Krishi Vigyan Kendras, government and non-government organizations, deemed universities, they provide training to the farmers for how to rear the chicks. Okay, practically they can demonstrate each and every component, how to provide, okay, the different feeds, the brooding management to the chicks, and how to gain the more income from the poultry birds.
Yeah. One more question from my side. Whether you have calculated the economics of this feed, means when you have include shatavari and other what you can say Ayurvedic components, and with
Yes,
that you have work out that the weight of the poultry bird has increased. So
yes,
any rough economics? So it will
yes,
be very yeah.
definitely, sir. In comparison with the control group, I am not using any feed supplement, but
Mhm.
in the treatment group, I was used the herbal feed supplements, right? I was seeing the higher income or the returns per the bird in the treated group in comparison with the control. When we are slaughtering this bird, so the dressing percentage is higher, meaning is that in comparison with the control group, we get more money by sold of this the bird into the market. Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, from my side. So, okay.
Thank you, Mahesh. Thank you, Dhananjay, for clarification and the question. Dhananjay, I would like to confirm on one thing. How would you, in your way, COVID has impacted the entire scenario with respect to the technology related, which you explained right now? Has it made any, you know, a direct impact, or it has not been affected at all?
Okay, everyone you've seen that there is no case is observed. There is an effect on the broiler health or effect on or the this COVID is spread through the our birds. But everyone you've seen that everyone is right now prefer the meat for gaining from the animal protein, as well as prefer the eggs, right? But for the I suggest to the farmer for handling the birds, proper care and sanitation management practices we followed. Okay, so proper cleaning and housing, as well as proper cleaning and sanitation of the feeder as well as drinker, daily wash the drinker to providing a fresh water to our the chicks. So by using the all the practices, definitely we produce a good products for the human health.
Thank you, Dhananjay. To participants, if you have any further question or queries, we can directly channelize, or else we'll be wrapping up the session for today. And if you can directly, Dhananjay, if you want, can you share your phone number on the chat box so that our participants, if
Yes,
they have any
definitely,
question
sir.
or
I'm
query,
sharing my contact number in the chat box.
yes, so they can connect to you post that. If they are not they don't have a query right now, they can connect later on and confirm.
Okay, I have shared my the personal contact number in the chat box. If you have any queries related to this aspect, this point, okay, definitely you can call me. I will guide you. If anyone you are interested to start the poultry entrepreneurship or to may become a good entrepreneur in this sector, so definitely you can contact me. I will share the all necessary information to you people.
Okay, so then with that note, I think I would like to conclude the session. Thank you so much, Dhananjay, for sharing the entire view on poultry. Even I was not aware of a lot of things that you discussed today, and very comprehensively you targeted the entire subject, and especially on the COVID aspect as well. Thank you to all the participants for patiently hearing and adhering to the norms of webinar. And I think for maybe in future you'll get to connect with Dhananjay on any aspect you want to discuss. So with that note, I thank you all and have a nice day. I'll be closing the session now. Thank you, Dhananjay.
Thank you so much.